Hello and welcome to another bite-sized Pilates workout. Today's workout is all about core strength for runners. So we're going to focus on strengthening some of the key core muscles that are utilized when we're running. It's going to be a hard and quick and short workout where we move quickly from exercise to exercise, giving us some really good burst of core strength. So this is something that you might tack onto at the end of your run as a really great way of just building more strength when those core muscles are fatigued after running. Or you might like to use it, combining it with some mobility work or some injury prevention work at a separate time to your run. Let's get started. We're going to come down into kneeling. We'll begin in our tall kneeling position where we really tuck our hips in under our shoulders, maintain a nice long spine, hands out, palms facing in. I want you to lean back from your knees, hinging that upper body and hips back, squeezing and pressing forward. Keep your tailbone tucked right under you. You should feel like you've got to squeeze through your glute muscles, tension and engagement in the tummy muscles. Maintaining that nice long spine as we lean back, keeping shoulders, hips in line with each other, and bending the knees or flexing the knees to generate that lean back. Exhale as you go back. Inhale forward. Next few, we're going to add the arms reaching up as we lean back. Down on the way forward. Adding in that arm movement is going to bring an extra bit of load and challenge into the core and torso. Good, let's take two more. Challenge that lean back. See if you can sink a little deeper, maintaining that nice length in the body. Arms are going to stay up. We're going to hinge forward. Take those hands behind the head. Exhale into a gentle twist to each side. Good, release out. Lower hand down to the mat. Walk the opposite outside leg out. We're going to come into the side prop position here. And we're going to lift that leg up, lower leg down. Lifting up and down. Keep your chest nice and open, hips nice and open. A nice push forward through the hips. So we're staying open through the front of the hips. Now hold that leg up, take a twist with the arm, locking behind, lengthen out to the front, tap toes down. Leg lift, hold, add your twist, release out and down. Bringing in the twist helps to strengthen the core even more as we work into our oblique muscles, helping to control the rotation. As you know, when we're running, we do rotate through that upper body with our arm drive. And so we want those obliques to be nice and strong to help optimize our arm drive, torso rotation, and that will transfer nicely into our leg drive. We're going to take one more. We're propping back up into our tall kneeling position. Knees a little separate out under hips. We'll have one more round of our lean backs. Take that nice tailbone tuck to start with. Exhale, lean back. And then squeeze forward, keeping your hips tucked under you. You might want to challenge yourself a little bit more this time if you're more familiar with the movement. You could sink a little further back. Or you might want to stay just where you are, or even reduce that off a little bit if you find that that's going to help keep that good posture. Okay, let's add in those arms, lifting them up as we lean back, releasing them down on the way forward. Let's take our last two here. And on the last one, we'll keep those arms all the way up. Squeeze our body forward, back upright, hands behind. Exhale to twist and twist. Good, side prop on the other side. Let's reach that arm down. Lengthen the top leg out. Recenter your knees slightly if you need to. Square the body off. Lift and lower. Focusing on sending the outside of that ankle up towards the ceiling. Focus on that strong open position through the chest and the waist and the hips. Good, hold the leg up there, release the arm up and twist under. Lengthen back to the front, tap toes down. Lift and twist. If you're noticing that along with working the core, you're also feeling fatigue into the hips, that's because this exercise is one of those great combination exercises where we're strengthening and working multiple muscle groups at the same time. And we'll take our last one here. And down. Now, turn all the way over to sit on your hips, and we're going to lower down onto our back. Lying flat on the mat, feet tucked in under us. We're going to bring our legs up into a double tabletop, bring our hands up to shoulder height, palms in. Tap your right toes, left arm overhead. Tap your left toes, right arm overhead. Alternating with our toe tap and arm reach. And I want you to tune into your lower back for a moment. Can you slightly tuck your tailbone, keeping your lower back and your spine flat to the mat, and feeling good tension and work into that whole tummy area, using that core to support the spine. Good, next time, instead of tapping the toes, we're going to lengthen the leg away and down. Back to tabletop. Leg reach, arm reach in opposite directions. Moving slow with control. Testing to see if you can still keep your lower back flat to the mat. Take a pause here. Place your left hand on your right knee. Push the hand and knee into each other slightly, and we're going to reach away with the right arm, left leg, and we're going to go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, and we're gonna hold down there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand and knee back up. Quick reset, wrap your hands around your knees, squeeze in and rock your knees in towards your chest for 2, and 1 more. Back out to our start position. Right hand to left knee. Press hand and knee in towards each other. Lengthen away on the opposite side. Back to start. Good, and we've got 6 more here. Reaching hands and toes in opposite directions. Two more. On that last one, we're going to hold length with the arm and leg. Static hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back in. Quick wrap. Rock knees in. And then we're going to lower one foot at a time, and we're going to come into some bridge work. Our bridge work today is going to be focused on the core. So we're going to wrap those hands behind the head, rest the elbows on the mat beside us, have your feet tucked in towards your hips, pelvic curl to lift the hips up into our bridge position, and then pelvic curl to roll out. Let's try one more of those. Tilt the hips, lift the hips, peel the lower back away from the mat, squeeze your bottom muscles, and then relax, release, roll out. Tuck and roll into your bridge. This time, pause at the top. Really think about sending your tailbone under and drawing up through your abdomen muscles. Holding that position, keeping your pelvis as stable as you can. We're going to come into some slow marching. One leg up into tabletop. Transfer the weight with control and bring the other leg up. We've got one round here, about 30 seconds with our slow controlled march. Really feeling it into the glutes and the deep core. If you need extra stability, you can release your hands and rest them on the mat beside you, which gives you more support. Try and minimize this tilt or sway through the hips, pelvis, and legs when you switch from one leg to the other. Good. One final march each side. Lower the hips down. Bring those hands back behind the head if you need to. Right shoulder towards left knee. Lengthen away. Tabletop and our oblique curl up. Strengthening the abdomen and the obliques again. Keeping that chest nice and open and trying to bring the shoulder towards the knee. And then we're reaching the knee away. Long toes, long knee. Okay, 2 more here. This is building on the dead body exercise that we did just before the bridge work. Knee comes down, hands stay where they are. Tuck the tailbone, roll back up, around 2 of our bridge with our marching. Releasing the hands down beside you if you need to. Nice controlled lift, keeping height in the hips. Tilting tailbone under, holding it there so we maintain a flat back. Using the core to stabilize our pelvis. That's really helpful to prevent any hip drop or pelvic drop when we're running. And keeping that nice stable pelvis is a really great way of helping to prevent injuries of the hip, knees, and ankles when we're running. We've got about 50 more seconds here. And we'll finish one more each side. Lower down. And then we're going to come up and across left shoulder to right knee. Lengthen away. Oblique curl up into one leg stretch. Good, take your last two here. Lower down, and then we're into our final position of today's workout, rolling on over, all the way over onto hands and knees, into our 4-point position. Take that nice tailbone tuck, core supporting and wrapping around the spine. Reach your right arm, left leg away. Tap back down. Next time, reach away, sway to the opposite directions, back to center, tap down. Exhale, reach, sway, center, and this time we're going to tap underneath the body. Lengthen out, flow them in opposite directions, draw them back to center, and tap. Keep the body as still as you can. This is helping to strengthen the lateral line of the body or the outside of the body, so that when we're running, we can stay nice and upright. We're not bobbing from side to side, and we're feeling a lot more efficient. And the power and effort is helping to drive us forward rather than wasting energy out to the side. Okay, one more. Sway out, back to center. And this time we're going to add in some small pulses into the sway and recenter. And we'll work that for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the toes down, lower the hand down. And we're going to tuck the back toes, step back into our full high plank, soften the shoulders, lift the chest, tuck the tailbone. We're here for 20 seconds total. You can hold your position nice and still, or you can gently glide forward, pulsing through the toes, dropping the heels back. We're gliding the body parallel along the mat with a nice gentle ankle pump. Good, and we'll stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those knees back in under you. Sink the hips back towards the heels. Nice exhale out, drop the forehead towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale, roll back up into hands and knees and into the opposite side. So left arm, right leg reaches away, taps down. Reaching away, swaying in opposite directions with the hand and the foot, back to center and down. And this time we're going to reach, sway, center, tap under the body. See if you can keep that nice control as you're moving the arm and leg. Keep your breath nice and even. Avoid any holding your breath or catching your breath. Keep that low back as flat as you're able to. Good. On our next one, our last one, we're going to add in the sway pulse. Hand and foot in opposite direction, back to center. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lower down, lower the toes, stepping back, high plank, drop your hips, lift your chest. Hold your position or begin your press forward and back, or your glide forward and back by pulsing through the ankles. It's our last bout of effort and work. Staying here for about another 10 seconds. And then we're bringing into a nice stretch. Lower one knee at a time. Widen those knees out, well done, toes together. Walk the hands forward, keep the hips elevated. Allow your upper body to sink down towards your mat. Forehead rests down on the mat. Chest is sinking down, hips stay elevated. We feel a nice extension into the lower back. For some of you, you might also be feeling opening and stretch into the hips. We're going to stay for about 4 more breaths. And then slowly lift your chest up, walk your hands back in, and you can sit back onto your heels. Feel that nice opening through the legs. Well done. Thank you for joining that nice, quick, strong, powerful runner's core workout. If you're interested in any more of this, I will be uploading more videos, so keep an eye on the YouTube channel. And you can also check out my website, send an inquiry to my email, as I do teach sport-specific Pilates classes, having both an online version and also in a clinic in Christchurch. So get in touch if you want any more information or you think you want to try out some more Pilates classes. Thank you.